It's Adam McCreary at AFR Autoworks here in Red Deer, Alberta. We've been having a little bit of fun this week comparing some oil filters. We do a lot of import and performance service, maintenance, and repair here. One brand we work with often is Subaru, so we've decided to select a bunch of different Subaru filters from different manufacturers, cut them apart, and compare them. Some of the visual differences we will be comparing are the pleat count, the construction style, anti-drain back, bypass valve, perforations in the filter cage, as well as O-ring style, which we find makes a difference for the longevity of the seal on the filter. This relatively brief, I'll only be talking about a few filters. First up is our OEM Subaru filters. So this black filter is for a naturally aspirated car and is a little bit larger diameter than this blue filter, which is for the turbo cars. The reason they run a smaller filter on the turbo cars is to keep the filter away from the exhaust manifold and away from the heat. The downside is less filter area and less lifespan as far as the efficiency of its filtration goes. They will reach saturation of the filter element long before a larger sized filter. Now the first thing we notice when we cut apart the Subaru filter is that the construction style on the turbo filters that are sold from Subaru right now is not as sturdy as any of the other filters that we tested. They do have a reasonable pleat count with 50 pleats, reasonably tight pleats, as well as the perforations on the center, which affect the oil flow through the filter and how quickly the relief valve, the bypass valve, bypasses oil past the filter under higher flow or higher restriction situations. The holes are a reasonable size, and there are 55 holes in there. The anti-drain back and pressure relief, as you can see, are fairly standard style. You can rest easy in the sense that Subaru designed this filter specifically for this car, but there is a little bit of history to that because Subaru used to have a black filter for the WRX, which came out in 2002 here in North America, which was a much sturdier construction. And its construction style was more akin to this black filter, which is actually, like I said, for a naturally aspirated car. As you can see, rather than being a cardboard or paper cardboard or paper frame, it's a much sturdier construction around the filter, which will help prevent the filter from collapsing. Now, not all filters are created equal, but some are created exactly equal. As you can see, this Wix filter, as well as this Napa Pro Select, are virtually identical to the eye. They both have 44 pleats. They both have the exact same style of perforations on the filter cage. The same style of pressure relief and anti-drain back. They even have the exact same part number written on the filter housing. One filter that really stood out in this visual comparison was the Denso. It's a very reasonably priced filter and has a very large pleat count as well as strong construction. The perforations on the inside of the filter cage are a decent size, and there are 45 holes on the interior of the cage. We were excited to take apart the STI filter as this filter was designed with motorsports in mind. So this filter was designed to be used with high oil pressure, high oil flow, high temperature, high viscosity oil to prevent deformation. The construction's solid, much the same as some of the other filters. If you squeeze it, it is very strong actually. Another difference in this filter is that inside the filter are very large bore perforations. This actually has over 90 holes in the filter cage. What filter should you be running in your car? On my personal cars, which get abused, I would 100% be running either the Denso filter or the STI filter. For cars with modified engines with higher oil flow, bearing clearances that are more suited to high power levels or track use, I would 100% recommend using the STI filter. The carbon reinforced pleats will help reduce the filter's tendency to collapse under high oil pressure usage. The larger diameter and count of the perforations inside the cage will help maintain oil pressures, as well as reduce the usage of the pressure relief valve inside the filter, which is going to mean that you are going to get better filtration. You're just going to get better filtration at higher RPM and higher oil pressures.